Cortlandt School, May 1968. I'm waiting for her. I hate waiting more than anything. Even if she was going to be here on time, I wouldn't like the waiting. But with Mummy, you just never know. She could be early or late. It's even possible she won't come at all. And then if she does come, I don't know how she'll be. It might be one of her bad days. I don't know why she's coming. She's never been by herself before. Anyway, I'm sitting here all ready to go. I'm wearing my blazer and my boaters on my lap. Mr. Burston, that's the headmaster, came into history class just as we sat down and took me into the corridor. It must have looked to the others as if I'd done something wrong or something terrible had happened, like when Grandad died. Teasdale, your mother has phoned and asked if she might take you out to lunch, and just this once, as a special concession, I'm going to allow it. It's a special concession because I don't see my mum and dad as often as the other boys. We live near London, and it's just too far away for them to come and collect me and take me home for the weekend and then bring me back. It's 110 miles from our front door to the school front door. My dad measured it in the car once. Some of the other boys from London go home at half-term, but my dad's a very busy man. He often travels abroad and can't spare the time to come and get me. I could go home by train, but it's an expensive business, and my dad would still have to take me across London on the tube, though actually I think I'm old enough to do that by myself. She said she was coming between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock. That's what she said. But she must be coming by train to Chepstow, and then she'll have to get a taxi all the way to Saxham, and sometimes it's very difficult to find one at that station. I know that because once Mummy got the dates wrong and sent me back to school a whole day late, and I had to get a taxi from the station. It took ages for it to come, and in the end I didn't get to school till after high tea was finished. If I'm still sitting here by the end of lunch hour, perhaps Mr. Burston will change his mind about the special concession and tell me to go back into class. Perhaps he'll have another phone call in a minute, and Mummy will say she's missed the train. But she can't do that because she must be on the train at the moment, and if she's missed it, she would have phoned by now to say she wasn't coming. Unless she's very bad today. It's not free time, though, because I'm learning my dates while I'm sitting here waiting. Mrs. Marston came out of the class to give me my copybook. Don't think you're getting away with it just sitting there doing nothing when you've got work to catch up on, she said. I'm doing all the dates from the Battle of Hastings to the Battle of Bosworth Field. History's my very best and favourite subject, but it's not sinking in at the moment because nothing sinks in when I'm waiting. I'm sitting in the big leather chair in the entrance hall. It's really huge, with sides that go up and then out at the top like an elephant's ears. I think it was to stop your head getting into a draught in the olden days. I saw a picture of King James I sitting in one just like this when he came down from Edinburgh to be the King of England, as well as being the King of Scotland. It's not that I'm small for my age. I'm going to be 11 next birthday. But it's so big that my feet only just touch the ground, even with my bottom right on the edge of it. It's a horrid slippery chair, and there's horsehair coming out of tears in the arm and the seat. It's more like wire than hair. It's scratching my elbow and the back of my legs. It wouldn't do that if I was wearing long trousers. I've told my dad that I'm just about the oldest boy wearing short trousers, but he hasn't bought me long ones yet. He says they're too expensive, but he'd change his mind if he knew just how upset I get about the teasing. I've just pulled out a whole clump of the horsehair by accident. I'm trying to stuff it back in, but I can't, so I've pushed it down the back to hide what I've done. But they'll know it was me on account of the fact that I was the last one to sit here. That's another thing to worry about.